Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are all witnessing a very difficult time in human history. Many people are dying as a result of a illness or war. I guess we are all near the end of time, but I welcome everyone still from whichever time zone you are. My responses will be somewhat political now. Let's begin in the name of Allah. Let's Bismillah, let's begin, and now let's get to the video. You may have seen that there has been a debate between Sheikh Farooq and David Wood, and David Wood went back for a rematch. Now this time he goes back to play the cards of a hypocrite. He questions Sheikh Farooq over jihad, as if Muslims these days are a villain and the whole world is a victim. He goes there at a time when Muslims are suffering in Palestine, in Palestine.
Hey! How you doing, man?
How you doing, man? Where are your buddies today?
Which one? Oh, those bunch of lazy bums. Can't get them out. See, I actually like to travel, so I like. But I was about to start making a video, a video response. Like, hey, I think this is really, really wrong.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start making a video response.
Right.
And I'm like, what the heck? There's a Sheikh on call. I could go run it
Come
by
on
the
down.
Sheikh.
There you go.
I read these four.
Oh, good. Allah guide you with them.
Believe and you're spreading your unbelief, then you got to be put to death.
I got
in a
you,
Muslim
bro.
country.
Let me first explain this. Okay.
It's universal.
You're talking about Islam, right? So in Islam, if somebody here, as a Muslim, I'm here, somebody comes, takes a book, becomes a Muslim, right? And then he leaves his religion. Am I to kill him?
No,
Why not?
you have freedom of religion.
Right? But as a Muslim, is it an obligation upon me to kill that person? It's not. And no scholar said that you can, right? So this is where you have to be clear, right?
Yeah.
Now,
I'm saying the tract isn't clear.
Okay, well, I'm making it clear for you. I think it is clear, but if you're not clear, I'll make it
If
clear.
you say universal, that would mean everywhere.
Sure. So, now we believe that people have the right to practice their religion, universally, under Islamic Khilafah, not under Khilafah, everywhere.
Polytheists?
Right? Polytheists, sure. There were polytheists times of the Prophet ﷺ in Mecca. You didn't know that?
Yeah, until
what?
didn't they reveal some verses about you got a couple months to get out or
Get out of
or
our-
else? The opening verses of Surah At-Tawbah?
Not.
On Surah 9, yeah.
Surah Tawbah is about what?
It's about a bunch of things.
Okay, but what's the Asbab al-Nuzul?
I mean, first you have
you know what Asbab al-Nuzul means? What does Asbab al-Nuzul mean?
That's the situations of Revelations or something like that?
Context.
Yeah, context
Right.
of Revelations.
So Surah Tawbah is in the context of the Battle of Ahzab.
Okay.
You know that, right? You didn't know that. It's okay. We're here to learn. So, when you look at an ayah, you have to look at the context of that verse. Okay? Where is it applicable in a time of peace or war? Is it about a particular situation, a particular people, or is it am? You know what am and khas means?
No.
All right. I'm here to help you, Dave. I got you.
It kind of seems like you're deflecting.
I'm really not.
Because it's hard.
Because your question that came up from you was about Surah Tawbah. So I'm just trying to explain to you so you don't go the rest of your life with this misconception, making videos without being ignorant of what am and khas is, right? There are certain verses that are for certain situations. You need to learn that before you make videos. And certain that are general. The particulars called khas. Some are about jihad, about the time of fighting. Some are about the Quraysh who were oppressing Muslims at that time. But they're not generally taken about all non-Muslims in all different areas. So you need to learn that so that you don't misunderstand the Quran. Now, let's get back to your question. Your education will have to wait, all right? So, now, when you talk about the hukm of murtad, the murtad, right? First thing which you're missing is this is not generally for somebody who leaves Islam. This is for somebody who's under the Khilafah.
I wouldn't
So,
say under the Khilafah, but I see that it wouldn't apply over here. In a way
no. So let's take it at Pakistan, for example, or Malaysia, right? Those are Muslim countries. People that become Christian are not put to death. You know that, right?
Now he went there at a time when Muslims themselves are suffering. He went there to ask questions like a hypocrite. You take my water, burn my olive trees, destroy my house, take my job, steal my land, imprison my father, kill my mother, bombard my country, starve us all, humiliate us all, but I am to blame. I shot a rocket back.
Israel says it's carrying out airstrikes on Gaza to defend itself. But according to the UN, the right to self-defense belongs to people living under occupation. So are international laws being respected? And where does that leave Palestinians who are fighting for their rights? This is Inside Story. More than 200 Palestinians killed by Israeli airstrikes on Gaza. Residential buildings flattened, homes destroyed, and water supplies running out.
For those of you who say that Muslims are jihadis, may I ask you which Muslim country has stepped forward and helped out Palestine? Palestine for some of them. Many countries have been bombarded in the past few years, even Afghanistan or even Iraq and so on. The reality is that if we actually open our heart and even our mind, we realize Muslims are actually more victims. Palestinian Christians were asked whether they would forgive Israelis, and this is what they had to say.
Once there is a solution to the conflict with Israel, as a Christian, are you willing to forgive Israelis?
No.
So, as a Christian, when there's a solution with Israel, are you willing to forgive Israelis?
No.
عارفة السؤال؟
إن أسامحهم؟ لا.
No? Okay, why not?
العربي؟ ليش إحنا لنا كم من سنة عايشين إحنا؟ هم عايشين إحنا مش عايشين، كيف بدك تسامحهم؟
How long have we been living like this? They have been living well and we haven't been living well at all.
And if you would like to read the comments, I will read it for you. Almost 40% of Palestinians are Christian being oppressed, yet there are Christian majority countries protecting Israel, country that would not welcome them as a Christian. I fully support Palestinians, both Christians and Muslims. It is a shame how they are dealt by Israel. And let's respond to this apostate as well, good and evil. I don't want to talk about Israel and Palestine. And here is what one had to say in the comment section. That was my response to epic meme. Israel, Jews versus Muslim. France, Christians versus Muslim. Myanmar, Buddhist versus Muslim. India, Hindu versus Muslim. I wonder why this specific religion is a problem to all religions. Copy paste. Well, in that case, do your research and you would get to find out that even Christians in Israel are suffering. What would you have to say now? And whatever it is, please stop playing hypocrite. Since this video is coming to an absolute end, please check the description box below for this particular link, which says violence more common in Bible than Quran text analysis reveals. Please check this article in the description box below, and you would get to know where you will find more violence. Thank you for watching. Take care and goodbye.